Alex Becker is a digital marketer, and on top of that, he's running a really fun YouTube channel that turned into crypto, talking about his buys and his holds and his investments. Also, he's building companies and talking about that. So actually, I discovered Alex way before he turned to crypto because he has some valuable advice on how to run a SaaS companies. So that was super helpful. And then he started doing crypto videos, which is even more fun. So definitely have a look at that. So that's one thing. The cool stuff that I want to cover in this video is actually that he made his list of investments pretty public, and you can see that through his Twitter profile. So if you go to his Twitter profile, you can click on the holds in part and partners here with this bit.ly link, and then basically you'll be taken to his investments and you'll be able to see that. So we're going to go through that list because I think it's worth having a look at least. So Alex Becker is pretty heavy into gaming and also try to diversify a little bit with AI coins as well. And here's the entire intro to the text. Below is the list of projects I'm heavily invested, advising, or have been paid by an or partner for. Heavy backs and partnership, I'm incentivized to help projects get exposure due to naturally holding the coin token. So I really like the fact that he's super open about it, super open about his investments, that basically this is in some extent, of course, talking about the projects that you hold, but makes sense. This is what any kind of investor, be that VC investor, be that hedge fund manager, is doing, which means that if you have a strong position and if you believe into a project, then basically you should be talking about that because that only makes sense. So he's doing exactly that. If I partner or advise a project, my support comes from coaching, mentoring the team based on 10 plus years of building software and marketing with 9-figure results. So actually, I think he sold his company for like $120 million, his SaaS company. Like any consulting I do or in or outside of crypto, this time work often is paid. I only discuss projects I'm confident in on my own channel. Logically, I also invest heavily in or work with projects I'm confident in, so there is an overlap. I simply reach out to projects I like and invest in and try to invest more, gain positions by advising, consulting the team. If I'm going to invest, take a big spot, I want to help ensure my investment hold does well, but advising the teams based on my decade plus experience of building tech companies. Actually, this is pretty interesting when it comes to the investing thesis because it's actually about putting all eggs in one basket rather than in many baskets, and especially that once you try to size up your position, you also try to reach out to the team, understand what they're doing, and also help them along the way. So it's a little bit like a bit active investment when you don't really try to have a portfolio of like 100 projects. You have just a dozen or maybe up to like a couple of dozens, but basically you understand each project and you try to help actively within the community of that project. This often happens with meme coins, especially right now, because it's much easier to actually have an impact, especially if you're a smaller investor. Then basically meme coins have, of course, smaller market cap, so you have much more influence, and then you tweeting and memeing about this particular meme coin has much more influence. But this works for any kind of investment, but at different scale. You will have to, of course, have much bigger size in order to have a real influence on any kind of that projects. If you do not feel comfortable investing in projects I hold, by all means do not invest and use the logic in my videos to find coins you like. My videos receive hundreds of thousands of views, and developing your own picks is by far a better way to beat the herd in crypto. Basically what he's saying is that do not follow the herd. You should also try to have your own strategy and also find your own coins basically to invest. This is always a good advice, and as always, nothing here is financial advice. Also, my investment advisory confidence in a project is never a suggestion you should invest. 85% of people who participate in crypto lose money even when investing in the best of projects. My best advice is do not invest in crypto. If you do, expect to lose money. This goes triple if you're new. Losing money is almost guaranteed certainty if you have less than 1 year experience in crypto. So this is not all my investments. I make sure to add anything I have covered and I'm in. So This is basically the list and the things that he discussed. So I'll be going through that list basically pretty fast, because if you want to have a longer things, Alex actually does like 40 minutes, 30 minutes long videos, and he has a bunch of them, especially if you can look at 7 new crypto coins, the 10x, top 9 AI crypto coins, and I think there are a couple of coins that are about gaming, this one here, so you can basically watch his reasons behind each of those coins. So as you can see from the list, a lot of them are about gaming or digital gaming, so things like Altura, Super Beam, those are the gaming coins. You have also gaming like virtual poker, blockchain bets, also a little bit of Inspect, which is I think social protocol here, but then you have even more games with Sidious, Vulcan, Nakamoto, Wagmi. Then you have a little bit of AI with PAL here, but crowned by Fed Games. And then you have really big L2s or L1s, things like AVAX, Solana, Chainlink, IMX. Those are playing into gaming and meme coins. So basically Solana is of course the current retail chain. You also have Ethereum here if you look down on the list, but basically he also has some of the investments into L1s that are only coming. So for example, Monad is interesting here because this is not live in any way. You really can't really buy a token yet. You have to have a private investment for that. But this is definitely going to be huge. Then you have games like Pixelmon, which started like an NFT collection. And then you have also different launchpads for gaming like CDFI and a bunch of other launchpads here on the list. So as you can see here, the list is not that long. I think all in total he has something like 40 projects in total. So that's one thing. And on top of that, he has a couple of AI projects. So the biggest one being, for example, PAL. Right now, IAS Network is doing really great. And there are a couple of smaller ones like Destra, 0x0, Node AI, OPSEC, Ator, Condax, and ZKML that he basically described in his recent video. Those projects are basically providing you either with infrastructure, privacy, way to inference different machine learning models, and so on. So they are a good addendum to the entire portfolio. Altogether, his portfolio is heavily focused on gaming. Of course, I don't know the exact percentage of how much he invested in each of those projects, because that's what's important when he invested in that. But basically, I assume that when he makes a video, he already has a position, and if that's working hypothesis is true, then he's definitely quite a lot of percentages up, because some of those coins made like 5, 10 or 20x from the bottoms that he was talking about them in already in 2023. So in the previous year, he was talking about different gaming coins, and basically those coins were doing very, very good. So I would definitely have a look at this list. It's as I've mentioned, it's available from Alex Twitter right away. So you can go here, or you can just scroll this link here on the screen. But the idea here is that you just don't go and aim into everything because that's a little bit too late. Actually, you can see the Alex Becker effect he has on some of those coins, especially the smaller ones, because at the time of creating a video and posting that online, some of those coins did like 10 or 20% up move. So that's pretty interesting, but you should develop your own strategy, look at those projects, maybe find something similar. Also, gaming might not be for you. You might be more into AI, you might be more into DeFi, maybe L1s are your play, but find some sub niche into crypto. That can be meme coins. You may be in love in cat coins or dog coins, and that might be it. So definitely develop a strategy, try to understand what Alex is doing and do the same thing, and just be a good investor in the end. It takes time to learn on all the ins and outs, especially in crypto. Crypto is risky, so you should always remember that you might lose all your money, but you might also win quite a lot. Again, not a financial advice here. Stay safe out there and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.